Something to be said about hard-nosed full contact. It's like that raw rap all the way back to boom bap. Spikes up, Ty Cobb inspired killing the corners. Heating up with recklessness, we still getting warmer. Nevertheless, nothing can test, we bring it best. Wile E. Coyote mixed with Roadrunner, full comers. Holding your title hostage, the kings we smoke others. You're either with us or against us, it doesn't matter which. Scouting your weakness, we bring the wrath when we hit. There's never been a squad as raw as trash can spit. You might get bashed with a stick while I'm pounding the fence. Look around, you're a fish while I'm rounding it quick. Take a look at the base and sprint off with a fist in your face. No remorse, no mercy, no force can hurt me. The scouts purposely bring the pain, come try to work me. But there's a crew of dirty cats.
Testes. Is this thing on? Syphilis. Yes, I need more 4-syllable words. Confucius. And to get my C's, and you got to test the microphone and all that stuff. And
yeah,
God, man.
You're peeking a little bit. Probably want to turn it down because you're so close.
Hi.
Yeah. You were right up on that motherfucker too. I was like, whoa, we getting all the elements of the
yeah, it's been.
Hey, just call it Rust. You can call it Rust. It's just, it's been a minute. We ain't been here in a while, right? Welcome back to the motherfucking Glue Guys program, season goddamn 3.
I can't see the curveball right. Like what? Like the fucking sinker. Look, like what the. Hey, good evening. Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Been a while. We had to check the mics, had to check the headphone, check the damn neon sign, make sure that didn't burn out, check the camera angle, which was all jacked up because I've been hitting that thing for 4 months trying to, build demand. How can you build something that was never there, chat? Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, we just got to try to remember how the hell to do this. The good thing is I do remember to wear my home colors. I was actually going to wear all my Philly shit as like just a total troll job, but the Eagles
we good. We good.
Tough game this weekend. Tough. So you got to support the boys.
I started to do you dirty and break out one of these Diamondback hats and shit. But then I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that today.
Yeah, because you should know that I got to spin for everything, especially a team that, so you got to go home 4 days or later than us.
Yeah, we did.
Cool.
But the cool thing, the cool thing that comes with those,
I'm happy.
The cool thing that comes with those 4 days, this cool thing, it's called NL fucking champs. Aye.
Yeah, I know how that feels because I got to do it last year, and it's
yes.
For you guys, maybe it wipes away the stain of losing in the World Series. It didn't for us last year. And by the way, we won one more game last year than you did. But moving on, I'm happy
about last year.
I'm really happy for real Diamondback fans, not you guys who jumped on and went, playoff tickets are only $26. I guess I should go.
Yo, that's wild, bro. That's wild.
They finally got me because I don't know any better. On my way out, I think it was game 5. We lost 2 in a row, and they were just going crazy. And I finally had enough of people like getting up my face, like go celebrate, but because I have my Philly, I'm fucking decked out, Philly shit. And I turned around, I was like, congratulations, you just tied the series. Is a parade around the corner? Show me here, I'll follow you over there. Let's go to the parade. So anyway, listen, again, act like there are real Diamondbacks fans out there. We always talk about this with Arizona in general. It's, people come here. They're not born here. So, it's tough. It's tough. So guys who've been with the team and girls and theys and those and whatever, hey, congrats, man. Enjoy it. That's a hell of a run for a team that nobody expected anything from. So yeah, you beat the Phillies. Mm-hmm. You are the better team. Mm-hmm. All right. Phillies forgot how to hit. Lovello said, holy shit, just throw curveballs and sinkers out of zone. And lo and behold, it worked.
Hey.
A theory that's been working since 1916. Mm-hmm. And apparently none of the Phillies coaches picked up on it. So, hey, congrats, you won. That wasn't lucky. Wasn't a bad call. You were the better team over a 7-game series. And to come into Philly and win 2, regardless of what the Phillies doing, is a big effing deal.
Absolutely.
So, congrats. I'd also like to congratulate you right now, Cardinals fans, on fucking up a real draft pick. Way to have a bright future GM who looks like he knows what he's doing. Hire a clueless coach. I know, because he was our defensive coordinator and we lost Super Bowl. Listen, way to fuck that up. Kyler's not going to play well, knowing the worse he plays, the quicker he's out of here with Caleb Williams or which quarterback you like coming out. So way to fuck that one up. and get like the 4th or 5th pick this year because you're going to win a couple games. Kyler's going to steal a couple games for the Cardinals this year. Period. I picked him last week on money line. I knew it. And I also picked up Trey McBride in fantasy. So please keep Kyler in there because that dude got like 14 goddamn targets at tight end. But anyway, rough year for fantasy, by the way. I don't even want to talk about
it. Real quick. Adjust your volume a little bit on your mic. On the mic, not distance, but on the mic. Yeah, because it's peaking bad. Yeah. I've been sending you messages on every fucking outlet I possibly can. And then I also noticed that, of course, you couldn't fucking see them. So that's why I was finally like, dude, adjust the shit.
You're cracking, peaking, okay, yes, got it. Mm-hmm. I turned it down. Is that any better?
Yeah, much better. Hey, it's rust, bro. It happens. We're learning. We're getting back to it.
Yeah, I think
it's all good. Yes.
Bill Meyer, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Well, somebody had a much more egregious take on your mic sound right now.
Saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but I didn't take 6 months off to test out the waters on the other shores. So sorry to disappoint you.
Hope not.
So yeah. Anyway, we're working through the technical stuff, the mics.
We'll get it together. It's all good. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
So everything's still working. Happy for that. You guys got a nice break, so congrats. I'm sure you enjoyed it. But we're back, and listen, real quick. Let's get the serious out of the way right at the beginning.
Hold on. Wait.
No,
we did no, because we haven't said what we're supposed to say. There is nothing more important. There's nothing more business, more about the business than what the fuck we've been doing for the last 46 months.
Okay.
Yeah. What you been doing?
Yeah.
I mean, me, what you been doing?
Well, I pivoted.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, I think when we kind of took our break there, I was still trying to play a little bit, and it just wasn't there, man. It just wasn't there. I just saw, in other words, look, everybody bitches and complains and say, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. I just put my money where my mouth is and didn't post about it. Whereas everybody's got to post on Facebook. And
isn't that better though?
But I just went and did my thing.
Yeah, isn't that better?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I think it's better when people just shut the fuck up and do what they're doing rather than making it a fucking announcement. Or the people that basically use Facebook as a moment for hey, we've got a visit from the PR team or some shit, and they're like, yeah, we've got an announcement to make, and hey, let me get in front of you. Fuck off, dude. Just don't do it. If you don't want to fucking do it, don't. When you don't want to play, don't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, I interrupted. Yeah. I'm back.
No, it's just, there are people that I still got friends, and luckily through a lot of drama and bullshit, I was able to reconnect with the people I needed to reconnect with as far as softball goes, and softball has nothing to do with my friendships with those people now, which is nice. But I didn't like the way things were being run in certain spots. I didn't like the way people were acting. I didn't like what was being said. I didn't like being now 50 and have to worry about people taking out my knee if I'm standing on second base or wanting to fight, or like bro, I got to go to work Monday. Like my 401k doesn't look that good. So I got kind of tired of and this is just certain people, right? It's not everybody, but I got tired of everybody's life depending on fucking holding up a banner and putting a picture on Facebook every weekend. Like I got tired of paying money for my entire weekends to be ruined, and work got way busier and way more to the point where I needed to get the fuck away from it on Saturday and Sunday, and like going and like, well, maybe if I play softball with friends, nah, it was just the same shit, different location, and I just got tired of it. So look, thank you to JD Tools, thank you to BTB, let me run a little bit and try to make it work. But it wasn't anything particular on those teams either, so don't get it twisted. But dealing with other people, I mean, look, I filled in with a team. I think I was playing with BTB, and then I filled in with another team. Like I almost got in a fight 2 tournaments in a row that I played. Like I don't run fast enough. I don't hit the ball far enough. Like there's no reason for anybody to want to fight me. I don't do anything well enough for you to care. But apparently, and it was like fucking God. Like I've been second base and you're pulling a hidden ball trick, trying to fucking bang back into my knee and shit. Like I'm too old for that shit. So look, and then like I said, losing the whole weekend because lazy scheduling and people don't look ahead. They'll take 4 more teams if it means they get money, and then you're stuck there till fucking 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. I ain't got time for it. So rather than make big Facebook posts announcing this or announcing that, I just went away, and that's how I felt. So I stuck to my guns and kind of did what I said I was going to do. And you guys go play. You guys get those pictures, man. You hold up those plastic rings and those trophies and those banners, and you claim to be whatever you want to be. If that's what makes you happy, go do it, man. I just don't see the point in paying for the right to be aggravated. And there's 85% of you who seem to be aggravated all the fucking time. So somebody's making a lot of money off of you guys being pissed off.
I think for me, at least, that's one of the things that no matter what, over the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months or so with softball, that's the thing that I haven't been able to like shake it a little at all, because, you know, even when you're out there, you just hear people complaining and bitching about every aspect of the fucking tournament, whether it's the location, I'm guilty. You know, whether it's the location, whether it's the bracket, whether it's the players on X team or Y team or Z team or that team or the director or the sunlight or the birds that happen to be flying near the place or the ugliest fucking women that might be around there and not actually there for the show. You know what I mean? My point is, all you fucking hear is negativity and shit. And then for me, especially going through enough mental struggles as it is, that shit just wasn't hitting. You know what I mean? I would see people. I couldn't hear you.
I just want to say one thing. The other thing I forgot to mention.
You're still too close. Yeah, there you go.
So the other thing fucking just get out of the way, dummy. The other thing I wanted to mention. Fuck, man. I needed a practice show for the real show.
Yeah, you really did. I was gonna say you had to get your mic and shit ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the most fucked up part is, and I'll get into what I've been doing because I'm really happy about it. But I've been fucking around with all kinds of equipment and audio shit and whatnot. You'd think nope. So anyway,
it's a skill, I forgot. It's a skill, and it's a rusty thing too, though. Like it is kind of like, I wasn't being funny when I was saying some of it's just rust, because when you think about it, like me personally, this morning I updated all my plugins and shit for recording. I had to download updated firmware for a couple of different devices and whatever. Then I just bought I bought a new mic almost a year ago, and I hadn't even fucking touched it. And so I had to tweak that, and I sounded like dog shit on the first time that I used it. But shit happens, bro. That's why we're here. Fuck it.
Yeah. And the other thing that I just couldn't. And look, if you're into this, cool, man. I'm not even knocking it. It's just me. It's a personal thing. It's like a certain food I don't like. I won't eat. Look, man, I can only take a certain amount of those Mexican fucking Fiesta jams, bro, at fucking volume way up. I can't.
Cut it out, bro. I'm good with the narco eaters, bro. What are you talking about? I'm good with it, bro. I love that shit, man.
That's the other reason I don't fucking play no more. You're fucking liars. And you're not even trying to be good liars, all right? I'm going to miss you out there, sir. Get the fuck out of here. Either there's two ways that goes. You're completely lying, or you forgot to put I miss hitting bombs off of you out there, all right? So make the true statement.
But you don't even know who you're talking to.
Fuck it. It's still funny.
Okay.
I'm taking creative liberty with the fucking joke.
But the next comment, however, I think is actually funny.
That's fucking hilarious. Exactly.
That's a bang right there, bro. Wait, hold on. I gotta fuck around and throw in the clap or something. Just
the way that happens, and that is a possibility. That is a possibility. I don't have any names, fuckface. Sorry. The only way I'll give it a 22% chance of happening, and here's why. Because I'm on such a get off my lawn kick, old guy bullshit. I'll take that job and just run into the ground and show, oh, you guys didn't like Seifman, huh? Watch how you properly fucking ruin a sanction. That's why I would do money.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time and effort for nothing.
Well, apparently you can get away with fucking borderline anything but murder and not lose your fucking director spot. So, I mean, it can't be any worse than what it's been. I just want to see how bad it's got to be to get fired. Because I don't know where that fucking line is with them. You know what I mean?
That pretty much goes back to the same point that I was making. You go out to the fields, and a good 80% of everything you hear is people bitching about everything about it, but they're still paying for it. So at the end of the day, like you said, fuck it, do whatever fuck you want. People gonna still pay. They're gonna pay because they want to play, and a lot of them just want to get the fuck away from their families, or they just want to get the fuck out of the house, or they want to have a reason to go and drink. And I'm not. Hey, do what you do, live your life the way you live it. I just think there's just way too much negativity for the kids game, and at this point. If you're happy, if you're happy being negative as fuck, you're an asshole. and I don't want to spend my fucking weekend doing that. I don't want to be the asshole, and I don't want to be with the assholes. It's one thing when people are talking shit about things after the fact. It's like everybody, you have to critique things. You have to make sure, you have to review them. It's necessary. But when you're out there, bro, and you're just mad, like motherfuckers are just mad.
Perfect example. Somebody DM me to take and say, hey, take a look at this. This is weird or screwed up, and they weren't wrong. But so, last year at NCS Worlds, they literally had a 5-game guarantee, but like you went into a bracket where you couldn't get out of it so they weren't liars, right? You got your 5-game guarantee, but 2 of them didn't even matter. And yet this year, they have a shit ton of teams to where they went, and when I didn't think they could top it, now they have 2 different brackets for 40s AAA that never play each other. So you have a red bracket and a blue. So you have 2 champions. Like what?
We have crossed over into Siefman. This is Siefman in Vegas.
Yeah,
Siefman
we're like
Vegas.
people
Siefman
telling me the Earth is flat.
Yeah, we got the chartreuse orange gold bracket, and then you got the fucking mauve pink taupe bracket over here, and they're all in the same division technically, but they're never going to play each other. Or even if they do play each other, the rest of them, they're going to still be playing and shit. It'd be like Monday, and they're still playing, and they have no reason why. And they might get a T-shirt or some dumb shit like that, but you're gonna have to adjust your flights.
Right now, here's a problem, chat. Yeah, okay. Now
somebody said they're playing. Oh, they made adjustments. I mean, hey, shout out to adjustments. Shout out to doing shit right.
But my point is this: I'm actually not saying. Amazingly enough, I'm actually not saying that to shit on NC. I'm not. I'm saying it to shit on you guys who are fucking playing in it because
I'm saying both.
Well, that's fine. It's
everybody. Everybody's entitled. Look, everybody's entitled to their bullshit, and they're all doing bullshit. So everybody gets caught on the bullshit because the same people that are going to do it, they're going to get up there and they're going to say, "This is bullshit," and yeah, you paid for it.
And that's my point, man. I don't want messages. I don't come in the chat, say whatever you want. It's a free space, but don't be thinking I'm going to take up your fucking cause over here about how fucked up and the injustice. And so you pay an exorbitant amount of money to people who have a track record of doing the same exact thing. And because you paid all this money, you suddenly expect things to be exactly the way you think they should be. First of all, that's the new definition of insanity instead of trying the same thing over and expecting different results. Now we're going to fine tune it to that. I pay for softball tournaments expecting it to be completely different, even though that sanction has not shown any ability to do so. That's the new fucking definition of insanity. If you paid the money and you go out to Vegas, all right, number one, fucking be honest and say, look, I went to party, man, and throwing some softball in between. I'm good with that. At least it's honest. Instead of fucking, well, we had a shot to win in the umps, or we had a shot to in the bracket. Shut up.
Yeah, man.
Shut
you know what it is.
Fuck up.
You know what it is.
You're full of shit, and you can't be honest with yourself. And it's probably why you have other issues going on in your life, fucking related to fucking saw. Just stop, guys. Stop. It's not SSUSA. It's fucking you. It's you and your teams.
So you were gonna make a statement about someone in particular.
I wasn't I?
Yes.
Fuck. Not only do I need to fucking practice, I need to write shit down. I don't remember.
A friend of ours, a friend of the show.
Serious. Yeah, I want to get
friend of the show.
Something serious for a second here. I mean, we're always fucking around, but this one's actually serious. So, friend of the show, Mr. Bogan's having a rough day today, folks. He had to go back to the home state for both of us, New Jersey. He had to go back and he had to take care of the death of a loved one, his brother.
Absolutely.
And I know he's hurting. I know it was a big shock, and I'm sure he's feeling a lot of guilt being out here when something like that happens, because I felt that guilt with family back home, and I couldn't get home for funerals and stuff. So I just want to, get it out of the way, the seriousness, and say, listen, friend of the show, we're feeling for you, buddy. Just hang in there. There's nothing I'm going to say.
I didn't like being.
Sorry about that.
Oops. I was like, what, do we have a guest?
No, I was trying to. I actually am trying for once. I mean, because it's been like forever. I'm actually trying to follow through on the chat in actual Facebook so I can see the people. But I accidentally clicked on it, and So of course our voices
Video.
it's behind, and it's also behind. So it's my bad.
So basically, there's nothing I can say or post or message you that's going to make this any easier. Just know, I don't even. There's just no words, man. Just hang in there.
Absolutely.
Everybody needs to be strong, and through all the fun we've had going back and forth and whatnot, I do know that you're a strong human being, and that you can push through this, and just
I'm gonna
hang
say
in there.
I'm gonna say something a little different. I will say I really hope that the same bunch of folks within the softball community that hound him for his support and for his mentions during his show, and for his announcing and etc. I really hope that the same people in the same community shows him the amount of support and appreciation and love that he deserves for having to endure a situation like that. I know there's people that have probably reached out to him individually or personally or behind the scenes, etc. That's great, but I would really love to see people do something a little more public in the same manner that they typically do when they're hounding him for his support when he's on the mic or on his show. Echoing obviously what you've said, that there's no words really that can make that feel any better or feel any different. Just obviously vocalizing my support for him and everything he's going through in his family, obviously. But that's crazy. I just really hope that our community really does show up for this guy in the manner that he has for a really long time. So I don't want to dwell on that too long, because we are kind of running on short time. We do have a couple of items that we still want to get through before the end of the show. I will say really quick before Mark goes into that next statement, we are trying a little something different with the show here in season 3, or at least at the beginning of season 3. We're trying to shorten the show a little bit. We want it to be tight and condensed. We want it to be sharp, so that way we, when we come back the next time, people are still kind of, looking for things to talk about or looking for things that we've talked about. So nonetheless, we are still not necessarily a singularly softball show. We have spent a little bit of time, making fun of the circumstances that exist within softball, but we do want to go to something that is our other love outside of softball and the folks within the softball, because, hey, I do have to say this. It's been a while. I want you guys to know we love y'all. We fuck with you. Yes, we talk shit about y'all. And we talk shit to you, but it's entirely because we love you, because if we didn't, we wouldn't say shit to you.
We wouldn't be here.
Exactly. We appreciate you guys, obviously coming back. It's good to see so many people talking in the stream, in the chat, I should say. It's also good to see a lot of people that are watching. Hopefully there's some other people on some of the other platforms that are watching in addition to Facebook. And, much love to basically everybody who shared the photo, the link, that was excited. We do want to say that. But what I will say from an MMA standpoint, in the last 6 months since we've been on the show, again, there's been so many things happening. And in the interest of being somewhat condensed, this heavyweight UFC situation is crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
couple things. There's going to be a rule in the show until further notice. In the MMA circle, there's a name of a certain Irishman who has been champ, who was recently an Ultimate Fighter. His name will not be spoken on the show until there's a fight date and the guy across from him's name is Michael Chandler. And I added the Chandler thing in. I know we talked in.
Can you throw a period in that too? Period.
That's it. You can type it in the chat. I will not say it. I don't want to talk about what he's done and blah, 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 and this and that and blah, blah. As far as I'm concerned, when Sean O'Malley won, that was the only time that kind of punch ever happened. That I'm erasing him from MMA history right now due to my frustration with the bullshit. So we're not even going to say his name. When I say Irishman, I'm talking about Ian Gary. How about that? How about that? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, whiskey guy. That's the proper way to handle this. So his name, no. Oh,
so
no.
The heavyweight.
Fuck. I know we're back on now. We're getting fucking troll bots. Loving chat. All right. So there's a bunch of stuff we could talk about. Pereira and Yuri, last one. I mean, there's so many good fights that happened in the last 6 months. We're going to focus on heavyweights, and here's why. Marlos and I, we text fight night, pay-per-view, pretty much anything. We're texting as long as it doesn't have Jake Paul involved. We're texting during the event. We tend to watch all of them, okay? And here's the thing. He doesn't really have a reason to get the fuck off Twitter and run in your mouth. That's why, Jergy. So, he's a little troll now, all right? Now, with the heavyweights, Morris and I were talking, and I made a comment because everybody's kind of like, well, what's going to happen with Jones now and Stipe, and why didn't they offer Stipe the fight? And Dana came out and said, that's an insult to Stipe, which I agreed with.
Absolutely.
So when nobody said anything about like what was next or going into Aspinall, right, and Sergey, everybody's just talking about that fight. They kept it away from Jones and Stipe. The minute Aspinall dropped him the way he did, okay, suddenly it became, boom. John Jones was immediately into the conversation, and Aspinall's always paid him respect. They had a little thing on Twitter after the fight, but I text Morrison and I said, Jones cannot duck Aspinall now, regardless of what happens with Stipe. And I think he's going to beat Stipe whenever it happens. But let's say he beats Stipe. He can't ride off into the sunset now. He has to fight Aspinall before he retires.
I do.
Period.
I disagree. Number one, I disagree partly for the same reason that Dana said that offering Stipe that fight would have been beneath him, right? I'm going to say Jones goes and beats Stipe. There's no value in even fighting Aspinall. I mean, because for all intents and purposes, let's just keep it a buck. Jones could have picked anybody in the heavyweight rankings to fight. And he was very clear about wanting to fight Stipe and the reason he wanted to fight Stipe. So my point is, my belief at least is there's no value to him to beat Aspinall, one. Number two, he loses nothing by not fighting Aspinall. If anything, the benefits are all to Aspinall. And I like it. No, don't get me wrong. You know it because I've said it for a long time. I love Tom Aspinall. I love him. All right. I think he's a great fighter. I was so excited that he won all that. I was excited that, he got the fight in the first place, but even more so that he won. I just don't believe there's any reason that Jones has to do anything. John Jones is at a position, even as a heavyweight, but homeboy doesn't have to do shit. And the only fight that makes sense really is Stipe. And to be fair, we all kind of questioned even that. We were all kind of like, Stipe though, really? And we know that some of it's the nostalgia factor, the fact that Stipe is that guy. Don't get me wrong, I love Stipe too, so don't get me wrong, but there's no value in him fighting, let me say that different. There's no real draw or anything about fighting Aspinall that makes Jones have to do anything. It is no different than it was in July right now.
No, there's certain things involved in it. First of all, Jones loves Jones gonna have to prove to me when he's ready to kind of step away and kind of like really step away, because even when John, the 2 years, he pop in and out. Like he couldn't go too long without a tweet or poke somebody.
He still do that.
So now here's the thing that fuels my thinking. And look, I'm just a guy who steals the pay-per-views and watches and knows what he's looking at. I don't know the fighters. I'm not on the inside. I'm not Errol Helwani or Chael Sonnen or any of the, like, I don't know. I'm going based on what I know. Here's what I know about John Jones. He doesn't like being out of spotlight too long. And for whatever reason, when things change without his name being mentioned, when we're talking about top of lists, or John gets offended for some reason. And there was something recently that happened that may be the thing that spurns him to have a couple more fights than just beating Stipe and walking off into the sunset. Personally, I kind of agree with you. There'll be some him and Holland at the beginning, but if he decides to beat Stipe and retire after 6 months to a year, the Aspinall thing will be a long forgotten, and we'll recognize John for the the GOAT that he is. But when when Volkanovski got head kicked, and they made Islam the pound for pound, right? John had a little tweet about it. And Islam even made a little crack.
Wouldn't you?
I don't know if I would. John has every right to. Don't misunderstand me.
Yeah,
don't misunderstand me.
It.
But if that's the thing to fuel John up a little bit, all right, and say, oh, now you're going to question my legacy? This motherfucker won 3 fights for it. You go question my legacy? That might be the thing, combined with a couple of things where he says, all right, look, you know what? I'm going to go beat Aspinall's ass. I'm going to be done with this shit. I don't know. But the things have lined up now where it could be enough to kick his ego to go, you know what? Let me go beat the young buck.
I just don't think I don't think Jones cares about that part. I think what he cares about is getting the cred he's due. And I think a lot of the pop outs that we hear are just that, because I'm going to say this, MMA fans are the most fickle motherfuckers on earth. Like legitimately, one UFC pay-per-view, Fighter X is the greatest motherfucker on earth. Pay-per-view, the very next pay-per-view, all of a sudden that person is dog shit trash, and this person is the new. So I think that has a lot to do with why he inserts himself in those conversations, because the other problem is people keep inserting him in the conversations. It isn't always him inserting himself because he feels like he's being left out. A lot of the time, it's things that he's credited with, or he's involved with, or he's listed as, that then these other dudes say, well, shit, I'm that guy, not him. Or they'll say, I'm that guy. And at that point, it is Jones's responsibility to say, hey, hold up, motherfucker. That ain't it. Do I believe that he's going to continue to fight after he fights Stipe? No. I'm going to tell you, I'm having a hard time believing that he's going to fight Stipe at all.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. This is not
right.
The Stipe, like they're holding up a date whenever they need it, and they're going to let him fight. But listen, that torn pec is no joke, man. That's not it's not Aaron Rodgers and the, you know, what he's doing out there trying to come back in December. Like, no, this is a big, for what John does and how John works and everything he's done. This is a big deal. That pec is connected to every move John makes in his upper body. So this isn't, you know, when they said 6 to 8 months, I was like, shit, I think it's a year before he can really train hard. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's hard
but listen, I'm trying to connect a few dots. I'm trying to bridge a couple rivers here. John's gotten older, and he definitely seems to have settled in to being the old statesman, and certain things don't annoy him like they used to. I mean, he reminds people in a much nicer way than he used to. So he may just get a good laugh about it and go, yeah, right, cool. Islam's the fucking guy now, whatever. You know, he knows. But I mean, it's recency bias to MMA. And the good thing about that is
big time.
Things have closed the gap, and guys have gotten so much better that no longer do we have a top 3, 4 guys in the rest of the division. Like, look, the 6th, 7th ranked guy could come in and just hurt somebody. Absolutely. You know, look how quick they fucking went away from Volk. You know, like, look, Islam, you make it out like Islam got lucky. Like, no, Islam's a great fighter too, but that doesn't make Volkanovski not just as good as he was before they went into that fight. Agreed. You know, and then, you know, and my favorite thing from 295, and we talked about this, so I'll just sneak it in. You know, I wasn't super impressed with Alex. He gets the belt. I thought it was a bit of an early stoppage, but even Yuri said he was out. So, okay, cool, whatever. But when you go and watch Jamal Hill's fucking reaction sitting in the crowd, all right, where his first reaction was like, that was bullshit. And then as quick as he flips the switch, like instantly, where his face got real serious, he's like, all right, that's the motherfucker I got to beat to get my, okay. All right, we're gonna hurt that dude. And now I saw a couple interviews where he's done a couple interviews just backing up what he said. And he's not even being rude about it, but I see the confidence in his eyes. I'm like, okay, here's a fight I'm excited about when he's ready to go. Here's a fight I'm excited about. But Aspinall impressed the shit out of me because the guy he beat was a fucking destroyer of men. He took a fucking shot in the very beginning of the fight that I was like, how is he standing, let alone aware of what's going on? And then to find out after the fight that he basically didn't fucking train because his back was jacked up is the crazy. Listen, guys, that's the worst you've ever seen Tom Aspinall. And he just knocked the dude out and basically finished everybody he's fought up to that point. So that's a scary proposition that this guy's 30, I think, 29, 30.
He's relatively young.
He's only going to get better. And you just saw his worst fight in the UFC, and he won the heavyweight interim belt. Mm-hmm. Scary proposition, and I don't see anybody at heavyweight who, like, what, Alameda? Like, he just embarrassed himself against Derek. Like, that was an embarrassing fight. Like, I thought the Romero-Izzy fight would be the worst one I ever saw.
Legit, one of the worst fights I've seen. Yeah, that was legit one of the worst.
Almeida Lewis topped it. Absolutely topped it. And Derek Lewis, dude, it looks like you did all the fucking cardio work because you didn't look winded at all. And you just were like, like you weren't motivated.
You couldn't do shit else.
You weren't motivated to get off the ground. Anyway, speaking of those, that was embarrassing.
Right, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back next week. Obviously, we'll be back for episode 2 of season 3. We are back in effect. It's been a long time. Like I said, we want to do a little shorter show for a time being. We may, we're gonna obviously see how that goes, and obviously it's going to be somewhat dependent on interaction and how people perceive that time frame. So we will be back next week. Obviously, some of you people that are going to be playing in Senior Worlds, enjoy yourselves. We don't want to hear your bullshit about the brackets. We don't give a fuck. We want to see you win, though. I want to see you guys win, though. I do. I want to see you guys kick ass. I wanted somebody from AZ to, take that shit. But I don't want to hear your bullshit about the brackets and the director and the fucking the sun site and you're at SRP and I don't want to fucking hear it. But good luck to everybody that's out there. Everybody's playing Ultra Draft also. Good luck to you guys. Have a great time. I'm sure that's going to be fantastic. Those types of events are what makes softball great. So I hope you guys have a good time. I hope nobody gets hurt. Obviously, everybody's having their way on the fields. Nonetheless, we will talk to you guys next week. Once again, Glue Guys Program. If you get bored and want to listen to the show after the fact, glueguysprogram.com will get you some of the old episodes, the new episodes, and everything coming back and forth. Please do share the site, share the show, share the episode.
YouTube. There's Twitch, I got it up. I have it up. Every show it's behind me. We got them. They're there.
We out of here, yo. Peace.
Spread the word.